Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the Woodridge Parents Podcast, episode number 11, take 2.
Take 2.
My name is Daniel Staley. This is my beautiful and lovely wife, Kelly Staley.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Is it afternoon? Yes, it is. We shoot on Sundays. It is afternoon. We went to church this morning.
We did.
This is take 2 because I did something wrong with the recording on the computer. But at least I caught it only about 15 minutes into the other one and not all the way through. Like
last time?
Not last time, but there have been times prior to this that has been a problem. So hopefully this time will work out. So hi, how are you, Kelly?
I'm fabulous, Daniel. How are you?
I'm okay. I've been still a little under the weather, as I've been for like multiple weeks. I feel now. At least I haven't like actually gotten the flu and.
Don't jinx yourself now.
Again, knock on wood. I do get the.
You got your flu shot.
I did get my shot.
You did. Well, so did my dad too, but he still got the flu.
That's crazy.
But it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So I think because he got the flu shot, it wasn't as extensive and how bad it could have been. So
shout out to Big Lou.
Big Lou. Well, actually, try to even say the name of that they said. The boys. Big Papa X, remember?
Oh, that's
for the Robux name or something.
So Danny's Roblox name is like Little Deucey something. So then Johnny wanted to be Johnny X. So I don't know where he got it from, but that's what he wanted. So then they have Xboxes at Nona and Papa's house. And
they're really deprived.
Originally, they were going to get 3 Xboxes, and Papa was going to have his own Xbox, which I at least talked him out of that one. But apparently his choice of name was going to be Big Papa X.
Yeah, John created that. and my dad was like, no.
We kind of vetoed that because that sounds like an adult film star movie.
Yeah.
Star. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, I've had a sore throat. I've had an earache. I've had an eye infection. Pretty much all within like a week and a half.
Yeah,
I feel like it's all traveled like itself through my head to different areas. And then Thursday night, I woke up with a debilitating earache. I don't really get earaches anymore as an adult, but it was terrible. Woke up in the middle of the night, just pounding earache. I actually went in the shower and turned the heat on like full blast to try to get the steam out of it. But it was rough, but we're getting there. We're getting through it.
Yeah. We took the boys to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and then John woke up with an earache too, like screaming, crying. Took him to the doctor the next day, and his ear was clogged. That was it. No ear infection, nothing else. I mean, the doctor said for him to try to pop his ear, and a 4-year-old really isn't going to be able to do that. So I've just been doing the nose sucker all the time, just sucking all the mucus out. But now, like, even when I do it, there's nothing there. So maybe it drained. Who knows? But he seems okay. Sorry, he seems okay now. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll get better. But it's been going around like crazy. Everyone's either had the flu or some sort of sinus infection, some sort of something.
It's like a revolving door in my classroom too. Like everyone's like, I'll have like 3 people at one time, like at a time for like multiple days. And again, you don't really know what it is. I mean, it could be just like a bad cold where there's no fever, but I mean, it's still debilitating a little bit and it's rough.
And now what's this thing with like excused absences and stuff?
Well, apparently, if you even go to the doctor, it still counts against your attendance record.
It's kind of crazy.
It is because when I mean, like for us, the only time the kids are out of school is if they are sick, And the 24-hour rule also is if you have a fever, you cannot return to school for 24 hours. If you have pink eye, you have to have 24 hours worth of the antibiotics. And all that has to be documented, and like even when you bring the notes to school, sometimes they get, where they need to be. Sometimes they don't. It's still viewed as an absence where from the state, it'll say that, like the child is like chronically absent, even if there is documentation showing reason why he or she wasn't there. And I actually talked to my secretary about this the other day, and she said that there was like she had a secretary's meeting saying how the state it's not, it's not like individual districts, but it's a state that says that, says that like an absence is an absence regardless of anything. So apparently you could take off a day to go to Six Flags, or
that's the same thing as if you go to
pretty
a doctor's
much.
note?
Even if you have a doctor's note,
or if you go to Disney World for like a week.
Yeah, even if you have a doctor's note, you it's documented, but it's still an absence, which I don't really understand, because if you're sick, if you send your kid to school, they're going to send your kid home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, like for me in my classroom, if your child isn't feeling good, okay, keep them home, let them rest, because if they come to school, what do you think they're going to be doing? Yeah. They're going to have their head on the desk or head on the table. They're going to be constantly getting up, getting down to either the bathroom or getting tissues or coughing and getting other people sick. So they want all these kids to be, like being in school all the time. But in reality, again, that's a perfect world. In reality, that's not going to happen. I just think it's kind of having high expectations, thinking that, a child is going to be in school all the time. And again, our kids are only out of school when there is like a sickness involved. You know what I mean?
It's hard for some parents. It's hard for them to get off work. It's hard for them to get somebody to cover. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, especially
the kid's sick.
Well, in our case, when my parents were on vacation, who had to call out sick? I did. But luckily, I have a great principal. I have, great, people in my building where we all cover for each other. And I actually left a stack of emergency sub work.
Oh, jeez.
No, I did. Just because, like, as teachers know, it's so easy for a teacher to go into school not feeling good and kind of like get through the day. The hardest thing to do is to make substitute plans.
Really?
No one understands that, because in your classroom, you have things where, you can pull from, like you have, you have like binders, you have like little work maybe you didn't finish the day before. You have a lot of things you can kind of like pull from to just kind of like, like have the day go smoothly. For a substitute who's not in the classroom all the time, you're home, meaning the teacher, you have to get on the computer, you have to find worksheets or dittos, because the sub isn't going to be teaching is going to be teaching the kids anything new. So it has to be all review work, has to have the correct amount of copies, where you have to send the copies to your secretary, to a fellow teacher. They have to print it out. It's just like a big mess. So like when people say, oh yeah, just call out, if you don't feel good. No, there's so much more work that you have to do in order to just like be sick one day where it's not planned. When it's planned, it's a piece of cake, because obviously, you have everything ready to go. Yeah. You have the substitute plans where, you're telling them, what special they're going to, like how long they're going to be there for. If there's certain kids going home to aftercare, if some kids are going home for lunch, like it's a whole big process that some people don't get.
What happens, God forbid, if the teacher is like really sick or hurt and like they can't do that?
Well,
like something like it would go on.
No, it would go on. But again, like, it would be like kind of like a mishmash of things that people would just be throwing together. Now, if you have a fellow co-teacher that also teaches the same grade as you in your same building, then they could just make copies of like whatever they're doing and then just give it to the substitute. But again, that teacher doesn't know that group of kids. They don't know the behavior issues. They don't know the children that need extra help. They don't know the children that they can't, they can't be seated together. There's a whole thing that like kind of goes into the classroom, let alone from actually teaching.
Yeah.
Which kids are going to be, saying, oh, they're sick and they're not really sick, like the frequent flyers to the nurse's office. That's just that's a lot of the things that people don't understand.
Do you have like a lot of nurse's office frequent flyers already in like kindergarten, first and second grade?
In grade K through 2? They're all like that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If they have, and this drives me crazy, and I told Daniel too, I said, if you're one of these kids, I'm going to be so upset with you. They'll be like, I can't, the littlest thing on their finger. It's not even a cut. Sometimes one time I actually saw someone tell me that, oh, they have a cut. I'm like, guys, that's a crayon mark. and I wiped it off, and they're like, oh,
it's all better.
It's better now.
Thank you, Mrs.
But can I still have the Band-Aid? I'm like, no, go sit down. But it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or like they'll say like their toe hurts. Why? What happened? Oh, I don't know. It just started hurting. No, it didn't. Like, no, it didn't. Stop. Go sit down. And then, oh, my head hurts. Yeah, mine too. Go sit down. But with that, obviously, you always have to take that like very seriously. So they go to the nurse's office and they come back with an ice pack. They come back with everything with an ice pack. But magically, the ice pack always works. It makes everything wonderful again.
That's right. Magic ice packs.
But again, and then
you're getting worked up, Kelly.
No, well, I mean, listen, any teacher that has, and then they're playing with the ice pack, and then the ice pack goes on the floor, and then someone steps on it, and the gel comes out. Yeah, it's a fun time. It is a fun day. It's fun. But again, like these are all the things that like people don't think of, like when
the
they're
joys
going into
and
the
wonders
classroom.
of being a teacher.
No, and that's like why, you know, when people say, "Oh yeah, if you don't feel good, okay, yeah, just call out." Do you know how much more work I'm going to have to do that night or that morning that I can just avoid and just go and, you know, just like go to work and kind of just get through the day?
I mean, is it 8 hours worth of work? Because you're saying you'd rather go work all day than do the sub work.
Well, yeah. So it is a very stressful couple about an hour getting everything together. And again, if you're not a teacher, you don't understand. You have to be in that situation to get it.
That's true. I'm not a teacher. I did finally let the boys use the Xbox gift cards to buy their Robux.
Oh yes.
I let them do $20 to start on the Robux.
That's a good intro.
Johnny burnt through it all pretty much immediately.
Of course he did. Oh god, that child.
Danny actually had some left, but they bought some cool little outfits and stuff like that. I told them they're not allowed to buy anything like in the games, like weapons or tickets or anything like that, like just outfits only. Yeah,
when I'm doing the laundry yesterday, I hear Daniel saying, "Oh man," it was something about I'm gonna flex on these girls because I got so much riz. I was like, "What is going on down here?"
Yeah, and I heard him from upstairs, and Kelly yelled at him a little bit,
and he's laughing.
Then I hear Danny go, "Yeah, but Mom, I'm all rizzed up now." And I was like, oh my God.
They didn't get that from me.
I mean, I am pretty rizzed up.
I'm gonna go flex on some girls.
And you didn't get that from me.
No,
bro.
I'm not. No, you're not.
You didn't get that from me.
What did we talk about?
I know. We had to have a little conversation with Danny because he's getting a little too lovey-dovey with the girls at school.
He's Mr. Romeo.
And obviously he's only in first grade, so they need to kind of chill a little bit. You know,
I can't.
Their romances burn pretty hot. It's pretty much 2 days. You know, it's like
I can't.
I have a crush on you. She's my best friend. Now she's annoying. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I have a crush. Best friend. Annoying. Crush. It's like just this endless rotation. And
nope.
I can't say that he doesn't get it from me, but we have to kind of bring in the reins a little bit on that because they're too young. Well,
I just said he cannot be talking about that anymore. I'm done.
Flexing on girls or just having riz or all of it or
I don't want to hear the word girlfriend from his mouth.
Well,
I don't.
Make sure he knows boyfriend as well.
Well, you know what I mean.
Not pushing him in one direction or the other, Kelly. Okay?
Oh, jeez. I can't with this one over here.
Yeah, I know. In other news, shout out to Woodridge resident and Subforce Jiu-Jitsu competitor Don Perillo. Fought in a very, very small Jiu-Jitsu tournament yesterday up at North Jersey Judo. I actually noticed, I saw in the post that he made on Instagram, he was 20 years older and 20 pounds lighter than both of those guys he fought. So
good for him, man.
It made a difference. He did not come out victorious, but he actually did fight pretty well.
Yeah.
He was right in it. He was pretty close to getting a couple subs, but did not get that off. But then to come to find out that those guys are way younger and
that's a big age difference. I mean, especially, I mean, come on, 20 years.
Yeah, those guys are probably
lot.
closer to his son's age.
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy. Man. Well, shout out to Dom. Shout out Subforce Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out Sensei Ramon at North Jersey Judo. So we have a couple Lions Club things coming up. Lions poker game, March 8th. That is at the intermediate school in the cafeteria, as far as I know. Pretty sure that's locked up. It's supposedly going to be a lot of people at the poker game. Supposedly this company that is running it, Mike's Poker Table or whatever, we're going to bring like 50, 60 guys.
Oh, wow.
It's a $100 buy-in. There's $100 rebuys, add-ons, stuff like that. So you're realistically looking at $200-$300 buy-in. We're going to have some food. I know the idea of liquor is going to be up in the air.
At school?
Well, I mean, we're renting out the room, but then there's some other insurance license that we have to get or something. I don't know. I'm not directly involved, but so if you do want to play cards, there's the game March 8th, Woodridge Lions Club poker game. It's going to be on professional poker tables, dealers. It's going to be run 100% professionally.
Oh, that's good.
So by like an outside company. There's the gift. The prizes are not going to be cash, but it's going to be like Visa gift cards.
That was my next question, actually. Like, so
you're not allowed to. It's not legal to do like straight cash.
Oh,
so the prizes are, the cash equivalent of Visa gift cards.
So I have a question about that. So like, okay, let's say like like you're playing at your table. So is it a tournament? It is.
Tournament,
okay,
yes.
So all these people, then I guess you have like what like the final 6 or final 8
Something
at
like
one
that,
table ish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So do they say like what like the grand prize is?
Oh yeah. They'll tell you. Well,
okay.
A couple grand, a couple $1,000.
Okay, so like it'll be in like a Visa gift card then, right?
Yeah, you probably got like $500 Visa gift cards. Like
okay, that sounds good. But wait, but how is that different than just giving cash out?
There is something in the law about it being trackable. Because we were looking into that when we were talking about all the stuff with the Lions Club, with the we have lawyers in the Lions Club who we're looking kind of in depth in it. So it does have something to do with the gift cards being trackable.
Okay,
and that's why it's legal as opposed to just being cash.
I was just curious about that.
Yeah. Also, April 13th, our Lions Pancake Breakfast. That's basically our second biggest event of the year. That's always a good time.
Yeah.
That is at Woodridge High School. It starts about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Runs till, I think we run till noon.
Yeah.
It does run pretty busy all morning, especially after church gets out.
Yeah.
It is pretty yummy. Like make good pancakes.
I like going there with you
Pancake
guys.
Sausage, crumb buns.
Crumb
it's a good
buns.
event. I think I'm working a judo tournament that day, so we'll see how that actually.
Well, Danny has a competition, right?
That would mean Danny has a competition. Yeah.
Yes.
That's also the day I think of our inter dojo tournament, but
it's either one or the other. You can't do both.
No, I mean he's doing the real tournament.
Yeah. So okay, so the inter dojo one would be at Kamal's?
At Kamal's. Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have no one there going to the if they're going to the big one, they're not gonna really have anyone there.
Well,
they should just change it.
No, I've already done it with them. That's what they want to do. I think you said Sensei Mike is still going there with kids. I mean, I would think Danny, Keon, and Amir, maybe Jacob, are probably going to go to the full tournament.
Yeah. Well, you'll see on Tuesday when you're there, and if you talk to
again, that's over a month away, so we'll figure out how that goes. So, but Lions Pancake Breakfast, April 13th. Buy your tickets now. It's basically super cheap, and you get a lot of yummy pancakes and sausage and juice and coffee and
like a
Mills crumb
fruit
buns
and like a fruit too. They have like the apple
mixed fruit. Oh, the
I
apple strudels.
Yeah, that's
apple
it. Yeah,
whatevers.
yeah. I remember that. And last time too, they actually had egg painting in the back.
Oh yeah, so now that we have like the Leo's Club to kind of do more stuff like with the kids.
Yeah.
We did have a Easter egg painting with the kids that they really liked.
Oh yeah, the boys loved that last year.
So that was good.
And no eggs got broken until we got home.
I know, thankfully. Thankfully on that.
Oh man.
All right. So we had touched on the blue law situation, I think, in a previous episode. Kind of specifically on how American Dream is just basically telling Bergen County to take a walk and they're going to just stay open. And no one is actually enforcing the blue laws. There's different governmental organizations in Bergen County who are trying to figure out who's responsible for actually like enforcing the blue laws. Because like all these different groups keep saying like, well, I can't write them a fine. I can't,
Are they afraid of something's going to happen or?
No, I think it's just like it's
passing the buck type of a thing.
No, I think like they're kind of, it might have never really been like put in correctly where there's really no enforceable arm written into it. Like the county itself can't write like a ticket to somebody.
Yeah.
It has to be a violation. And then the cops or some sort of like the health board or this board can go in. Now, again, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of just talking this out at this point. But from what I kind of think and have been reading, like there's different groups. There's like the Meadowlands Commission and then there's the county and then there's, different commissions who all are saying the other commission should be writing the tickets or that, so that's why it's a whole thing. And then the mayor of Paramus is talking about like suing.
Because they can't stay open, right?
Well, he doesn't want them to. Like, he says it's not fair. They're like abiding by the law and then it's not, he wants the blue laws to stay in though. He's not talking about repealing the blue laws and letting all the people in Paramus stay open.
No, yeah.
I think, I don't know, dude. If the blue laws are really from like the 1700s, I think like they might have to take a walk.
Like why they even have it? Like the blue laws, like
because
what was the
it wanted less traffic on Sundays so people can go to church.
Okay.
From what I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay.
So like, I feel like that creates more traffic on Saturday.
Yeah, it's not even.
It would actually probably alleviate traffic like a little bit on those days.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But now there's actually like a movement kind of coming up about repealing the blue laws, which I don't know. Okay, I'm fine for it. Doesn't really make a difference to me.
Not really.
I mean, even like American Dream traffic doesn't really affect us. We're pretty close to that, but like they don't really come this way.
There's really not a lot of people even going to American Dream.
I know.
It's so big. I mean, like even like when we go there, it's just maybe a couple people are walking around. Right. I've never seen a crowd unless they're having like a cheerleading competition, something like that in like the main area. But like we've never gone there at Friday at 7:00, and nor will we ever. But I mean, no, I'm saying like
I agree.
But I mean, like we always go. When the mall just like opens at like 10 or 11, which I'm fine with.
A Wednesday.
A Wednesday, especially in the summertime. I think we go there a little more in the summertime, or like before school starts to get like the clothes because they have they actually have a lot of good stores there that appeal to us.
Yeah.
Like the boys and they're not too expensive, but good quality. A lot of nice restaurants that we haven't actually been to yet.
I know. They have a Yard House there, right?
They do. I still have that gift card, I think.
Do you really?
I do.
We gotta go to Yard House. Yard House is pretty yummy. Shout out Yard House. So I mean, would you be okay? Would you want to repeal the blue laws or?
No. Honestly, for me, it wouldn't really matter for me.
I mean, sometimes listen, down by us, we're kind of close to Sea Caucus and Clifton.
Yeah.
So like, if we really need something on Sunday, you just go to Sea Caucus or Clifton.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you live up like, I guess in like Saddle River, like.
No, I understand. Yeah.
There's no Sea Caucus or Clifton.
I mean, the thing is too, like even if you order something off of Amazon, that's not really affecting Amazon
No, they deliver on Sundays.
Things are still getting delivered.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So I mean, honestly, I think it's just a stupid law, and they should just like get rid of it.
That's a really good point. I never even really kind of factored that portion in. But, look at you, so
I
smart.
know, right? But no,
like,
I mean,
if Amazon's like, and they do like same day now.
They do. Well, it has to be $25 or more. But,
sure, but, yeah.
but I mean, if they're going to do that, then that's not fair either. So just get rid of the whole thing. I mean, but the thing is, too, here's where it comes into play also. In Paramus, there must be something for the employees for working on a Sunday. Because then I don't know if that's like top of the hand. Is that effect or anything?
No. When I worked at the hotel, Sunday was just regular.
Oh, was it? No, because when I worked at ShopRite for all those years, it was time and a half.
That's crazy.
So I didn't know if that was like an issue, which, I don't know.
I mean, it's cool for the workers, but I mean, it's just a day.
No, I know. I just thought maybe like that could have been like a factor into like why people would always close on those days too.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think it's like a mandated thing. For
yeah,
sure. Because
like, especially when it went back to, people going to church and everything. So, I mean, that could tie into it, but who am I? I don't know.
Well, speaking of saving time, especially on the weekends, you wanted to talk about juggling your mommy time?
Yeah, just like real quick. I know that it's hard to, what was I going to say? Like, it's hard to give time to yourself when you're wanting to give time to everyone else in the house, and sometimes, us as moms always kind of put, ourselves last. And then in retrospect, when that happens, then we get into moods and just kind of like, get moody and just, like not feeling too hot. But I've been trying to kind of like set some time aside for myself to, make sure that I'm taken care of. And again, like, you always make sure that your kids are taken care of, the hubby's taken care of and everything. But I mean, it is okay to put yourself first once in a while. I know they always say like the kid, I don't know what, I forget what movie this was from, but I heard this in the movie how 98% of the time, you always put your family before you, but you're allowed that 2% to kind of just focus on yourself. So that was really the only little thing, because again, like, when you're doing all the housework and cooking and then, having, like a full-time job and everything, you just don't even really think about, oh, wait, what I want to do? It's always, okay, let's get that done. Then maybe if maybe if I have any time later, then I'll be able to do something for myself. Because I always feel too that if I don't get everything done, like right away, like, I don't want to do something for myself that has to go back to doing something else for the house. I want to get everything done right away. And then if I have a little bit of time just to be able to for myself, that's good. But I can't like do stuff, like relax for myself and then do stuff again, because then when you're relaxing for yourself, you're not really relaxing. You're thinking about everything else you have to get done. And then you have the whole mom guilt thing where my cousin, Tara, shout out to Tara, she always said, get over that because, you only live once and you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself too. The kids are fine. He's fine, and it's okay if you were like, okay, no, I'm not doing that today. If the laundry doesn't get folded, okay, can the kids have something to wear clean to school tomorrow? They do. Good. Do you have your stuff for work that's clean for tomorrow? You do. Do I have stuff that's clean for myself to wear to school tomorrow? I do. So if things have to get pushed back a little bit, even though you want to get everything done all one time, everything like, everything's done for the week and you can kind of just like chill, there's never going to be a time you could just like, there's never going to be a time that everything's going to be done and finished. I wish. If the house was a smart house or a house of the future where you had a little a robot maid, doing the laundry, awesome. But that's not really happening anytime soon. So you just kind of have to be like, okay, it's not done today. I'll get it done tomorrow, the next day, and that's how it is. And you got to put your foot down sometimes, which sometimes I don't do, and I should probably do more of it. But that's really all with that. It is,
I hear you.
That was my spiel for that.
It's because you're a good mommy. Great mommy.
Oh, thank you.
And you do always put yourself last for the kids.
It's just a mom thing too, you know. I mean, it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
I know.
You know,
and we appreciate it, and we love you.
I know.
Oh, don't get emotional, Kelly.
I'm not emotional at all. Trust me, I'm good.
Who's gonna be the first one to cry in the podcast?
Probably you.
So
love you, but
probably
definitely you.
But you're the long shot. You never know.
Nah. I know how to hunker down my feelings.
All right, Hunker. I think we have your announcements left.
Yes, I do. Hold on. I have my little socks over here. Okay. Okay, so news at pretty much just Doyle school this week. Tomorrow they have off, you know, for a President's Day. I have off all week, so
Wow.
Anyway, sorry. So on Tuesday, February 18th, the children can wear comfy sweats and socks. Wednesday, February 19th, there's an author visit and the children are encouraged to wear their Blue Devil gear. And like as I'm going through this, I'm like, okay, that's clean. That's done already. Let's put it in the closet so I don't forget. Thursday, February 20th, the children can wear something Disney. Oh, Disney. The car sweatshirts. Oh yeah, I'm already set. Already washed. And February 21st is wear pajamas to school. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but like our children, you know, they have pajamas, obviously. But I always actually ordered a pair of pajamas because, you know, sometimes like when you're, you know, like when you're home sleeping, like we don't really match their pajamas every single night. You know, I mean, like, okay.
I don't even put them in pajamas when I put them. The rare times I put them to sleep, it's shorts and a t-shirt.
No, but I mean like, and again, I think it's a great idea for school. They do it in my school too, but you know, when you're sending them to school,
it seems like it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
Like how many pajama days have there been?
A lot.
5?
Whenever they do like a spirit week, pajamas are always involved.
There's like a pajama week every month.
Pretty much, yeah. And again, like, you know, I understand they want to. All of this is basically trying to show solidarity for a common idea. I know what it's about. You know what I mean? Because we do the same thing in my district too. But you know, like when I'm sending our kids in pajamas, they have to be matching. Obviously, I want to make sure they're, you know, like they're pretty new because I mean, I'm not going to send them to school in like their Christmas pajamas from last year.
They're all, like, tight on them too.
You know, and like our kids are going through growth spurts.
Yeah, they're like
so
stretchy pants.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm looking on Amazon. I'm okay. Well, what can again? Like whenever I get new pajamas, I just get 2 of the same kind because the boys are the same size. And if Danny's having a pajama day one day, you know, odds are John's gonna have it too. So I'm not gonna scramble. So I mean, it's just. I that's the only thing that kind of just like drives me crazy a little bit because on a regular nighttime we just kind of throw them in anything that's, you know, obviously everything that's clean and everything for them to, you know, to really be comfortable to sleeping with. But like when they go to school, you know, we're not going to send them to school and like even like their short pajamas, like, you know, especially in the wintertime, they're going to have their long sleeves or long, you know, their long pants on. And I don't know. That always kind of just stresses me out a little bit. And that's why I'm always like trying to go on Amazon, trying to find like, you know, like a nicer pair of pajamas, but that aren't like super expensive. But that's just something like I always have to do. I know. Because I don't want him to get
a million pairs of pajamas.
I know, but they're not really matching. And they're not. And I remember I put Danny in a pair of pajamas the other day and it was like a belly shirt. I was like, we just got this for you. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, darn it. You know? And I'm like, hey, well, can't wear that. And that was actually one of his go-tos I would put him to school in, the Minecraft ones. And then I'm like, okay, the sleeves are up to here.
Too big for the Minecraft ones?
Yeah. The sleeves are up to here. Like, it was like a belly shirt. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me get out to Amazon.
We gotta get in the judo gis.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's why that's why I looked ahead at this thing. I was like, okay, there's going to be a pajama day coming up. And it's actually coming in today, the pajamas. But I just have to make sure. Because I never want him to be embarrassed in school where obviously it's something that we can prevent, you know? So, I mean, if it costs, you know, a couple extra dollars, I really don't care about the money, but I just have to make sure. And then you have to go with the fact, oh, wait, did he wear those pajamas last month? We have to get a new pair of him for this month because what happens if they take a picture and he's the same picture in same pajamas in both the pictures? And I think of all this. I don't know if you think about all this nonsense.
I do too.
But like, it stresses me out sometimes because, I mean, it's just, it's supposed to be like a fun activity for the kids, which it is for the kids.
And it becomes a
freaking nightmare for the parents.
Stress point for the parents.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I don't know. That's just me. And then John's going to be like, Mommy, why can't I wear pajamas to school? Be like, kiddo, just get in the car.
Yeah, fine.
Wear sweatpants today. You're good. I can't. That's oh wait, I've got some more to talk about too.
Yeah, I know. You really got fired up on that one.
Well, I mean, because I know everyone's thinking this too. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Report cards are open to check. We haven't checked yet, but they're open to check. I had a special request for a PTA meeting announcement. So the next PTA meeting is on Tuesday, February 25th at 7 p.m. at the Senior Center. And just a quick reminder that the Memorial Foundation dinner is on March 28th. I'm not really sure about the time of it, but it's usually around like 6 or 7. Yeah. It's on a Friday night, so it's probably a little bit later. And that is it from me.
Alrighty. That's about it for us too.
Okay.
When are we getting snow?
I haven't personally looked at, so every day.
Thursday though, right?
Yeah. Every day in my classroom, I do like a weather report with the kids, like how many degrees they have to guess what, they have to like predict and everything. Teaching them map skills. But I looked at the 10-day forecast. It just keeps on changing. The last forecast was from Big Papa X, my dad.
Oh God.
And because they're going to Atlantic City on Wednesday, they have to give those tier points. It's all business this time, they told me. And on Thursday, my mom said that Danny might not have school on Thursday because it's supposed to be snowing between 6 and 8 inches.
Oh my God.
So I don't know. Again, I am not a weather girl, but again, I mean,
the snowblower going again.
No, well, thank goodness, like the rain wasn't snow because it was supposed to be snow today too.
It rained a lot, thankfully.
No, but I'm saying, thank God it wasn't snow.
If that was...
It was horrible.
If that was snow, it would have been a lot because it's been pouring.
Yeah, exactly. So...
There's no water down here yet.
Let's not jinx it, please.
I know.
But yeah, that's the weather report with that one.
All right. Well, very good. So this will be coming out on Tuesday the 18th. Almost done with February already.
I know. Goes by so fast, February. 2
weeks until our promotions and his birthday.
I know.
And then somebody else's birthday.
What are you planning for it? I'm turning like 25. So what are you planning?
Big surprise.
Oh, really?
Big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big surprise.
I'm not turning 25. Not at all.
No, she's turning.
You can't say the word. I can say it. You can't. I'm turning 40. Okay. I'm turning 40. I'm over the hill. All right.
I mean, there's many hills, Kelly, in life.
Yeah, I'm going to jump off this one pretty soon.
Thought you just going to say you're going to throw me off the hill.
Well, that's next.
Okay.
Depending on what he does for my 40th birthday. So we'll say.
All right. I'll try to figure it out. All right, Kelly. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
And I love you guys too. We'll see you later.
Have a great week.
Peace.
I'll be off. Bye.